For months now, looking out from the elevation of my 31st floor balcony, I eye-gulp the panorama before me, embracing with cell phone photos its architectural details and vastness, its sea-sky moving tableau. Internalizing the eerie emptiness in the streets, I shift back and forth from comfort to contagion, now awed by the magnificence before me, then in dread as I think of the brave COVID caretakers carrying on despite fear and adversity. There is a vessel navigating north on the Hudson River, with a slowness intimating the pace of progress toward solving our global dilemma. I watch it disappear in my viewfinder, boat yielding to brick, much as I wish virus would yield to vaccine. This architecture, my architecture, jutting high in the sky, wrangles with my forlornness, insisting that I focus not on the heart-rending, but on the handsomeness of the edifices before me, extraordinary in their extreme verticality, volume, and variety. It is as if I were tracing and stroking each building with my fingertips, now low with flat roof, now bursting into the sky, impossibly slender, impossibly high. The red arrow points to where I live, a small apartment, albeit with balcony and spectacular view. Lower Manhattan with Wall Street to the south, Hudson River and New Jersey to the west, Little Italy, Village, Chinatown, and Brooklyn to the east. An arresting view, a lifeline for me as I shelter in place. I used to see the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island, but over the years it has been obscured by towers of glass and steel, rising above those of brick. Still, I can almost see through these buildings to feel liberty's raised arm signaling strength and justice. And now, with the memory of running for safety during 9/11, figures arrive from my previous art, symbolizing the superhuman, transformed into monumental edifices intermixing with buildings around them. You see, almost 2 decades after my full day running from the falling trade towers in 2001, I still feel viscerally that some scoundrel can take a gun and shoot down a skyscraper before me. And so I engage the figurative symbol to confront this villain, erecting this form again and again, so that it becomes part of and mirrors its architectural environment. My long-nurtured figures, my cadre of protectors, defenders, sentinels, brandish the solidity and dominance of the buildings around them, or recalibrate themselves into ghost-like, gusty, translucent shapeshifters. The misty ones breathe and blow in the wind, and coexist with those having more presence and permanence. Do they take up negative or positive space? Are they background or foreground? Are they riveted to a mission or agencyless? I like to think that they are purposely penetrating the crevices of the structures around them, searching for clues to immunity and invulnerability, much as our medical professionals seek the same in the course of our cosmic contamination. Now it's exactly 7 p.m. Balconies become platforms for ebullient cheers, whooped yays, whistled thank yous. Honoring the bravest amongst us, we come together in the evening with a cacophony of raucous, roaring sounds that broadcast our gratitude. The COVID heroes don't come forward at this time. They don't appear on our balconies and rooftops to acknowledge our applause, to accept medals and certificates of honor, to be rewarded with the monetary grants they deserve. I ponder their valor and notice that yelling yay is easier than voicing thank you. Is it more personal? Does shouting out my appreciation for these women and men of mettle and grit make me feel embarrassed? even bashful? Is it because my own deeds pale in comparison? I'm not brave like that. My giving, helping, donating cannot hold a candle to their offerings. They are the protectors that I'm creating in my art, the defenders I want to be. My surreal thoughts of illness morph into a more sanguine surrealism. I feel empowered to make anything happen now in a landscape of my creation, so long as my defenders are here and standing guard. This new setting is now a stage for performers, a framework in which to romp and rollick. It allows for movement with an expansive outreach in space, the antithesis of confinement and constraint. How my spirit leaps as I create this world of conviviality without the virulence of virus to interfere with my whimsy. Here people can angstlessly go about their business as they saunter, exercise, and frolic with free rein. They know they are being patrolled and protected. These social scenes contrast starkly with the tug of COVID's required social distancing, its stillness and silence, broken only by a siren's blare, bringing one's thoughts abruptly back to the present-day skittishness of sickness and mortality. An evening's radiogram-like regalia of dots and dashes tap out a Morse code of stillness, camouflaging those messages of desolation and despondency. Is someone talking, seated, moving with each white cube that I see? Will I ring the doorbell when COVID allows and enter into one of the dot-dash cubicles and say hello? Will we shake hands? As this lurching continues, I seesaw between feeling circumscribed and confined by COVID, and then overwhelmed with the desire to run my fastest, hugging everyone in my path. If I push myself past being this horizontal yo-yo and allow myself to focus on and feel privileged by the mesmerizing view before me, my disquietude diminishes. Ultimately, it is this hypnotic and riveting vision and version of reality that feeds me at this time, a time when solace and safety are so very precious.